Hello, hello, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello, good evening, everybody. Hi, just started recording again. If you are coming in, just settle down, help me to like, help me to share, help me to comment. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your questions coming in. Keep on coming in with this Ask Anything with John Tan. Yeah. So if you have any questions, just feel free to PM me, leave it down in the comments or WhatsApp me. Right. Thank you for all the questions. I think I have a lot more topics to talk about for the next few days. So just keep your questions coming in. I will cover as much as I can, and also I will try to keep this video short and sweet. Right. So the objective, right, is just to quickly share the information with you, and then you can go to sleep lah. So most of my video that I'm covering, right, I do it late at night lah, because as you all know lah, if you are a parent, you will understand it's very difficult to do your recording in the daytime, and also you also got the work to do lah. So that's why all my recording is launched at very late night. And then if let's say you are watching from video one till now, thank you very much for your support. Okay, right? Thank you, thank you. Then if you have any questions with this Ask Anything series, right, just feel free to let me know. Yeah, drop your questions in the comment box. I will be happy to answer, more than happy to answer your questions. And of course, you can privately message me as well, no issue. If you have anything that you want to ask about property, like I say again, disclaimer, I'm not an expert in everything, but I do my best to advise you based on my knowledge, based on what I know, right? So I've been in this line for coming 10 years, and my most of my experience is more towards residential, HDB, and condo. Yeah. So anything unsure, just feel free to let me know. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. So today, just a quick one. Today we are covering the topic of this when is the best time to sell your HDB, right? When is the best time? If let's say you are going for maximum value. Okay, today just want to separate the needs base for the HDB away. So meaning to say what I'm sharing now, right, is based on the value, okay? Just purely based on numbers, based on values. So if you tell me that, hey, I don't want to sell my HDB because my I need near my parents, or because I want to stay, because my kids is still studying, all these things. Okay, all these are needs based. Needs based, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so the purpose of the presentation of today's topic, right, is talking about when is the best time to sell your HDB. Okay, so if you tell me I don't want to sell because of da 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 da, then as long as it's needs based, then don't sell lah. I mean, nobody force you to sell ma. You want to stay, you stay lor. Right? If your kids is still studying there for the next 4 years, you got to stay, right? Definitely better than renting one, right? If you go and rent, also a bit stupid, right? So if you got to stay there because of a needs base, I am not going to argue with you that I'm not going to advise to tell you that you must sell, right? No. So it's if you are staying there because it's near your parents or your siblings stay downstairs or your grandmother live upstairs, that kind of thing, you don't want to sell, it's okay. Don't sell. Okay. The topic of today's, right, talking about HDB is when is the best time to sell HDB if you want to go for the maximum value. Okay, maximum value. Okay, come, let's start. Dun, dun, dun. Share screen. Okay, I believe you will be able to see the screen now, right? This Teo Alida. If let's say you're watching this video, thank you very much. I am actually a very big supporter of what you're doing. If let's say you're a HDB owner, right, and you love data, right, and you don't know this website, this is something that you should know. This person has already done up a lot of data consolidation, a lot of combing of the numbers from the official sites. So has done a very, very good job in terms of HDB market. Even like sometimes some of the floor plans that can't find, right, also come to this website and find, right? Because sometimes the owners, the old resale one, they don't have the floor plan anymore. Instead of spending the $5 to go and buy, right, sometimes can come here and go and find the HDB floor plan, which is very good lah. Okay, so why I bring you to this particular chart, okay? Just take a look, right? A lot of people tell me, yeah, HDB prices is going to be higher next few years. Then I ask them why. Why do you think so? Oh, because then blah, 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 blah. If let's say it's not data based, it's not evidence based, the reasoning that they say, right, then I don't think it's a good reason, right? If let's say they say something like, oh, because next year, next few years, they got MRT coming out in my nearby house, then I'll say, oh, okay, yeah, probably, yes, it will drive up demand for the housing prices over there, probably. Then if let's say, oh, because I think the economy will be better by then I'll say, oh, okay, so this one is you think lah, right? Right now, this one is don't have a very strong backing lah, you know what I mean? Don't have a strong foundation as a basis. So I bring to your attention of this particular chart. This is talking about the number of BTOs that is launched by year, right? If you can see over here, 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206. Very scary, yeah. You know what this means or not? If let's say your memory still serve you well, if you all still remember, 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, if you have friends, siblings, uncle, aunties, cousins, your neighbor, your colleagues, they'll tell you, wow, BTO very hard to apply. I applied 7 times already, still cannot get it. Do you still remember that era? Yes, this is that era, right? That point of time, if let's say you do remember, right, it's very hard to apply for BTO because I believe there's some policy changes or what, I'm not so sure, right? So the number of BTO launch, right, is very, very low. So that is the reason why we are seeing this kind of charting over here. You can see, this is from data.gov.sg. Wow, the price move like rocket. Phew! We use index 73.6. Lowest point, lowest point, 73.5. Highest point, 149.4. Can see or not? 06 to 13. Within a span of 7 years, you do nothing, your property price times 2, HDB. That means if you buy average on average, if you buy a HDB in 06, you do nothing. I repeat, you do nothing. You never value add in the house. Right? It's not by your effort, by your skill set, by your value adding of the property. You do nothing to the property. I repeat again, you do nothing to the property, right? It times 2 leh. Then people will say, "Whoa, I'm a genius. I make money from property. I buy my HDB 300K, I sold it at 600K. I am a guru." Okay, so this is something that I would like to share lah. Then another question I will ask you: can this thing repeat or not? Right? Can this 06 to 13 period, can this thing repeat again or not? That's question number 1. Okay, can you ask yourself this question? Second thing is, will the government allow this thing to happen or not? Okay, so ask yourselves, 06 to 13, this kind of price jump, right? Will history repeat itself again or not? HDB, public housing, okay? I try to show you the pointer again. 06, 13. 06, 13. This is price index. This is from the data.gov.sg. You can come and take a look yourself. Right? Second question. Will the government allow this thing to happen again or not? Right? So subsequently, there is a new minister in charge of the housing portfolio. Immediately when he came on board, I clear all the backlog. Right, I will launch a lot of BTO. Okay, wow, 01, 11, 12, 13, wow, bumper crop 14 bumper crop. a lot of launch. Why? Because clear the backlog Then plus also the fact about TDSR, right? TDSR and MSR Meaning to say, the income qualification for HDB and EC, right, is capped at is going to be calculated at 30% of the gross monthly salary. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, just Google MSR. Then okay, you will understand, right? So subsequently, we all know a property typically you need about 3 years construction, right? So after they clear the backlog, then okay, more or less stabilized already, 1.5. Okay, don't launch so much already, but still high, as compared to 01 to 06. Yeah, 07 they try to ramp it up higher and higher already. Actually, still below 10k. If you see 09, 01 to 09, right, every year less than 10k. Every year less than 10,000 units. Enough or not? The young couples don't have a house, how to get married, don't have house, how to make baby, right or not? Then our minister say don't need space to make baby ma. So this is what happened. So after that, you see 10 to last year 19, every year more than 10,000 units. Supply a lot, right? Basic economics. Supply high, demands remain the same, price will remain stable or drop, correct? So right now, the government is also monitoring closely in terms of the demand, right? If you follow the minister blog, or you follow the minister news, you read what is their direction, you read what is the number of BTO launch that they are going to do every year, you will know that they are very afraid of this thing happening again, right? Because if you do remember, 2011, the election, wow, hey, don't talk about politics. Don't talk about politics. Is it 1 month after that? Oh, really? Is it? Wow, 1 month onwards. Chiong, a lot of HDB come out already. So you know. So the government will not, I repeat again, the government will not let this thing happen again, especially in the HDB market. This is based on my opinion. All right. The government will not let this thing happen again. Right. 06 to 2013. Why I say that is because it is not sustainable. Imagine today you buy a property at 300k. Within 7 years, it becomes 600k. You will have that false sense of, wow, everything is very good, everything is very bullish. Then you sell the property, you go and buy private market. Then that will in turn cause another, exuberance, what's they call, extreme optimism in the property market. Because we think that, wow, HDB can chong until like that. What about private? Private also same thing. If you realize, right? Private, you see, 06 after the this one is panned out. Wow, you see chong. Then after the Lehman Brothers crisis, you see Lehman doesn't really affect HDB. Lehman where? You see? Lehman Brothers, HDB market is a basic need. You see, no change. HDB market remains, maybe got drop a bit only. Then chong again until 2013. Okay, compared to private market, condo and apartment. Chong until now still chonging. So in this chart also you can see there is a detached already, right? Since 17 onwards, the HDB and the condo price detached already. 16, you see, the private condos move up, but HDB still remain gradual downward trend. It's still a gradual downward trend, right? So the question I will always share with people, first thing first, if you want to know whether when is the best time to sell HDB, first thing first, you also need to look at what is the broad-based direction from the government. Singapore market, largely, who is the biggest player? Government. Government control the supply. They control the supply, they control the price, right? So you look at the broad-based market, you will have a sense of sensing what is the numbers like. So you see, the last year and 20, even up to 2019, right? The numbers that they give for BTO, right, is still a very high number as compared to last time. So today, if you ask yourself, if let's say you are a young couple, okay, buying your first house, you go to a township, say we just random, we say Woodland, right? You go to Woodland, you see the 4 room there, 400,000, right? Resale price 400,000. Then you see upcoming BTO launch, launch 250,000. Which one will you buy? If let's say waiting time is not an issue, which one will you buy? You buy BTO, right? Correct. It makes sense, what? So people will go for the BTO, especially those prime estate one, especially those very near to MRT, very hot one. So, you know what I mean, no? Maybe do a bit of interaction. I don't know, this video got a lot of people watch or not. So, if let's say today you're a young couple, resale selling 400,000, don't need to wait. BTO selling 250,000, wait 3 years. Which one will you go for? You go for BTO, type BTO. Go for resale, type resale, R-E-S-A-L-E. R-E-S-A-L-E. I repeat again. Today you're a young couple, you can wait. Hey, today you're a young couple, I leave it to you, whether you can wait or you cannot wait. Today you're a young couple, you go to an estate, say Woodland. The 4-room flat there selling 400,000. The BTO selling 250,000. If you are a young couple, which one will you choose? Right? So this thing is happening, right? In fact, on the ground, right, people, the young couple, right, those that haven't got married one, especially, sometimes they haven't got married, they were just trying to quickly go and try the BTO first. You can see all the hot estate, all the very close to MRT, all the very convenient, very hotspot one, right? The ratio is very high one. It's like 1:5 at least. So everyone you need got 5 people go and bid for it, right? So if that is the case, that means to say, right, your resale HDB, right? That means if let's say you are selling a resale HDB flat, right? When is the best time to sell? When it is the most new, right? When it is the most when it's just MOP right? So by logic, if let's say today you are selling your resale flat, right? Same thing again. Let's say you don't have BTO already. Your BTO, let's say today you are a young couple again. Today you are a young couple, you try for 7 times already, 7 times BTO. Every quarter they launch. So we say March, June, September, December. Then the following year, March, June, September. 1 year, 3 quarter. You try 7 times. BTO. Never get. Wow, DL already. Or angry already. Right. Then bo pian already. Your wife chase you already. Your girlfriend become wife already. You marry already. Your wife chase you already. Say, hey, we want to chong baby one day. I know how to chong baby with you. Right. Then you say, wow, bo pian die I have to buy. If let's say today, if price is not an issue, today if price is not an issue, you will choose a 5-year MOP flat or a 15-year-old resale flat. That means one is 5-year, just recently MOP, HDB, or another one is 15 years old. Which one will you choose? If price is not an issue, right? Logic, right? You want to choose the new one, correct? Same thing. Girls like to buy brand new handbag. Guys like to buy brand new watch, brand new cars, right? Old man, successful old businessman like to go for hot, sweet young thing. joke. So same thing, everybody want to go for new, right? Go for the newest thing, So there is a premium on the new thing, right? So if let's say today, if you are the 15-year-old resale HDB, how? Cannot be sell at same price, right? You have to drop a bit to attract, because you already lose at the age already. Just like a 25-year-old woman and a 35-year-old woman different, right? joke. So same thing is the same thing for your HDB, because we are running on a 99-year lease, right? Meaning to say your value of the house, theoretically it is on a downward trend already once you hit the 99 years thing, right? So what's happening, right? Okay, I try to show you another charting. Okay. Today, if let's say, right, you talk to any agent, they don't know what is Ballas curve, right? Wow, out already. Kidding. I think a lot of people don't know. What is Ballas curve? Ballas curve is a calculation method, right? That our government SLA will use right? So credit to this guy, right? He uses a charting. If let's say today we use a 99-year leasehold to peg against a freehold property, right? Freehold is perpetual value, ma. That means the value of the land remains the same, right? Because it's freehold, ma. That means it's infinity value, ma, by right. So assuming if let's say today I am buying a 99-year leasehold, right? The HDB is a 99-year leasehold, ma. It is running on a Ballas curve. This Ballas curve, okay. If you don't know, you can Google Ballas curve. Okay, right. So this is the table of the value in terms of percentage. So how to use this, right? Meaning to say, theory, again I say, this is based on theory. What's happening on the ground may not reflect 准准 or accurately based on this one. So in theory, when you start to reach, you see the slope is like a slope. It's like a person riding a slide down, playground, slide down. Oh, starting not so much movement. I zoom out a bit. Okay, starting not so much movement, right? Not so much movement. Then, suddenly older and older already, right? Wow, very steep, very steep. Wow, faster and faster, faster and faster. Then to the last 20 years, right? Boom, it's almost a vertical already. So if let's say you are talking about best timing to sell, definitely the earliest the better because the value is there, right? If let's say today you're talking about fresh new just MOP HDB, right? It is around here, right? Just in between the 94 lah, right? 94, 5 years MOP ma, around here. If you sell 10 years later, 85. So 85 around here. So the beginning few years, right? The gradient is not that big. So not that scary lah. So the first few years, your value probably you still really can't feel. Plus probably because of inflation, every year the things get more and more expensive. So the first few years, there won't be any big difference in terms of the prices, right? But again, this is based on theory. So towards the old flat, definitely drop already, confirm drop already, because people also know your flat already very hard to sell. If today I'm a young couple, I go and buy a HDB housing that is remaining 55-year lease, right? I also know I'm buying a depreciating asset already. So people are always like that, they will buy based on future price. So they will offer you also based on future price. So that's why it's if let's say you're holding on to a very old flat, right? You got to price it very, very sensitively already, because people know that they are buying into an old flat already. So a lot of young people, they don't really want to go for old flat, right? So this is what happened. So in terms of the broad-based market, you can see March 2013 was the peak for the HDB. Then now we are now more or less stabilized. So government is also monitoring the situation. So as you can see, after these 4 years, right, cross 20,000 one. After that, the supply start to stabilize. So government is also controlling now. They don't want to suddenly have a big drop in terms of the value, right? So if today, if you ask this question, right, my dear friend, if you ask this question, when is the best time to sell your HDB? Simple answer is definitely at the 5-year MOP mark. Okay, but again, this is just a answer based on value. Okay, if let's say you need to stay there because your kid studying in the primary school, you don't want to disrupt his schooling, still got 2 more years, then stay lah. Just 2 more years only stay for 2 years then after that then sell bo pian right? No choice So this is just based on best value. Individual cases, individual have different needs and all that. So that's why it's important that sit down with a trusted partner, talk to your trusted advisor, to can understand your life priorities, and then can better advise you what is the proper planning ahead, right? So if let's say today, if you want to sell your HDB, best timing to sell based on a simple answer will be at his MOP year, right? Once his MOP, right, one thing is also that there will be a high surge of demand, right? Type high, HI, GH. Type high. Don't know whether got people watching it. Type high, right? High demand. Why high demand? You see, there are a lot of people cannot qualify for BTO HDB, if you all know, right? PR cannot buy. People who income overshot cannot buy. People who already used up 2 times of the subsidized chance, they cannot buy. Who else cannot buy? There are some special cases. There are few certain people also cannot buy one. So no choice. They have to buy resale HDB. Then, like I said again just now, if today you are a young couple who go and try BTO 7 times, bo pian already, you die, you need to buy a resale HDB. If price is not an issue, which one will you choose? The new one or the old one? You choose the new one, right? You will choose the newest, latest one, right? So that's why people always call me, hey, where is the latest MOP? Where is the latest MOP HDB in Choa Chu Kang? I want to buy. Or hey, when is the latest MOP in Jurong? I want to buy. You help me take a look up. So all these people, right? They are aiming this new one, new MOP flat. What then some people always ask, hey, how come these people don't want to go for BTO? They cannot go for BTO. That's why they cannot buy BTO. So the next best thing to them is 5-year MOP HDB. That's where that you see that 1 year, right? Especially that 1 year, even though in the same block, right, there will be few people having the different MOP date. But you see that 1 year, right, there will be a lot of demand one. There will be very high volume because there will be a lot of people looking. Then at the same time, right, there will also be a lot of people selling. Why? Because some people, right, they buy that BTO, right, is bo pian buy one. It's like, wow, I ballot 3 times, 4 times, never get. Ayah, sua lah. Okay, never mind. I just take this. It's like, no choice. It's like no fish, prawn also good. Chinese. like, like, uh, like, like you choose, can I say? Like you, how to say? Like go for sale. You see, go for promotion, go for sale. You want to get that Adidas shirt or something like, wow, that shirt don't have already, but you're already at that sale. Just take anything lah, anything that's on offer lah. So something like that is like that mentality already lah. They cannot wait already. So that's why BTO, right? BTO MOP, right? There will be a lot of sellers, right? Don't want to stay there one. A lot of sellers, they like when the time they choose that BTO, that area is, wow, very sian. I BTO so many times already, still you cannot that sian. Okay, then they just stay there for the time being for the 5 years. After that 5 years, right, they will want to sell their HDB and then use the money, right, to go and buy the location that they originally want to stay. Like, for example, this person want to stay in Ang Mo Kio, but Ang Mo Kio very prime, right? He will keep on BTO, but cannot get. So bo pian, he maybe go and stay in Sembawang, Yishun, right? Then okay, just take the BTO there. It's still MRT still can reach Ang Mo Kio, right? So, but at the MOP mark 5 year, definitely die they will sell one because they don't like their location. They don't want to stay in their location one. So they cash out the money from there, then they go and buy a resale HDB in Ang Mo Kio, right? So sometimes I seen cases before. The MOP owner sell his flat to buy another MOP HDB in another estate. I said, wow. Yeah, I said, wow, like that you help the first owner exit out. You help the first owner make the money from the BTO. He said, okay, well, someone also help me to make money, help me also buy over my BTO. So fair lah. I said, okay lah. If you think like that, quite positive. But, usually for me, I would want to encourage people to, at least upgrade, go to condo lah, if can. But this is a separate topic another day. Okay, this is talking about asset planning already, asset progression already. Okay, so today the question that was being asked is, when is the best time to sell your HDB? And why is usually the 5-year-old mark is the best, right? This is because why. And looking at the broad-based market, you will realize that this thing will not happen again. 06 to 13 will not happen again. Okay, 06 to 13, this kind of crazy years will not happen again. Okay, likelihood for the next 5 to 10 years, prices for HDB will remain stable. Okay, keyword is stable and sustainable. Okay, if you realize all the government writing, all the communication channel that the government reach out to us, right? You will realize that they always use the word sustainable, 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 meaning to say they don't want the price to go too low. At the same time, they don't want the price to go too far, too high as well. So one of the key indicator, based on what I'm seeing, based on my understanding, one of the key indicator is income growth, right? That means median household income growth, meaning to say averagely how much an income is, how much average a median household income is earning lah. So I think based on the last year one is 7,500 or 8,000, I can't remember. So if let's say year on year you can see there's no income growth, then I think the government will hold the price or hold the supply, right? So this is based on what I'm seeing and my understanding of the property market. So if let's say the person that is talking to you, he do not know what is Balas curve, then ask him to ask John. Okay. Right. Then this is the table that you can use to calculate. Right. This is something very cool lah. Okay. So example, don't have my phone with me. Okay, use my desktop calculator. Okay, example, at the 5-year MOP mark, theoretically speaking, that means based on theory, example, based on your 5-year MOP mark, you are at the year 94 Year 94 is over here. Can see year 94. So I use the base of 95.4. So maybe your 5-room flat is 500,000. Divide by 95.4, 95.6. So if let's say you don't sell when it MOP, you wait for 15 years. Sorry, 95.4. Sorry. 95.4 because 5-year MOP 5-year MOP 95.4 minus 15. 94 minus 15, 79. Okay, 79. So I use 500,000 divide by 95.4. Go to the year 79. Year 79, the value by right should be 90.5. Okay, times 90.5. Okay, theory, based on theory, the value of the house supposed to be at 474,319. Okay, if you're unsure how I derive this figure, feel free to WhatsApp me as well. Feel free to message me as well. Okay, so theory, based on theory, if let's say your estate just 5-year MOP, your 5-room prices is around 500K. If you choose not to sell, 15 years later, your pricing will be 474,319, right? This is based on the Balas curve. This is how I usually advise people. Like if you don't want to sell, what is the value in the future that based on the Balas curve, what is the projected value lah? Okay, so yep. Today, I just want to cover this topic. Hope, my dear friend, if you're watching this, I hope this is comprehensive enough for you to understand why the behavior and characteristic of the market, how it perform, and why a 5-year MOP is usually the best timing or the best year to sell your HDB if you want to fetch for the top value or the most premium value lah. But then again, if let's say if because of certain needs, like your kids still got 2 more years, then sure lah, just stay for the kids lah. Because sometimes let's say you sell already, you move to another place, disrupt your kids studying you know what I mean? So this is something that for you to take note. Okay. Yeah. So before the next topic, let me just breathe a bit. Okay. So the next thing that I want to talk about today is this one. Dun dun dun. Okay, so today a lot of people have been saying, COVID-19 happened already. Surely the market will drop price, You will see a lot of owners, they would force sell their place already. They will 跳楼价. jump floor price, jump down the building price. So anyhow sell, they will sell low price, they will sell very cheap. I'm the smartest person, I have the most money in the market. I will go and buy, and I will save these people from I will provide them liquidity. I will give them money so that they can, sell their property cheap to me. Okay. So if you are seeing this, okay, I zoomed out a bit. Condo resale price held steady in May. All right. The volume drop indeed, yes. Falls 43%. Wow. This one is really bad for property agent, because property agent, we don't care about price. We care about volume, because no volume, no deal. Got deal, got money. No deal, no money. Very sad. Right. So you see, after March, the circuit breaker start happening, right? The private non-landed resale, not talking about new launch, resale market drop, right? From steadily around 700 plus range to in May is about 300 plus range, then to April is 300 plus range, then to May is below 200, right? 171. Okay. Wow. Then this one, the writer is also very smart. Wow, this one talking about HDB, suddenly talk about luxury condo resold for 10 million and above. Okay. So in this article, you're also talking about what's happening lah, right? So you can see that Christine Sun, this lady also, she always will provide very good value in terms of her opinion, and Nicholas Park as well, same thing. Okay. So there will be a growing number of group of buyers and sellers waiting for the day for the restrictions to be lifted. This is very true. So I mean, just to share with you on my side, on the ground, I have one buyer, because of feng shui reason. She wants to go down to the exact unit to take her readings herself, because she not say don't trust lah. I think she wants to be very sure that the reading she take herself, then she can send to her master. Then the master will vet, audit lah, to see whether that unit is good for her feng shui or not, right? Another one I have is a person who's renting now. Same thing. I have sent him the video and everything ready, but because this is the first time he bought such a high price, above 1 million property, he wants to go and see the physical unit before he can make a decision. So same thing, I have show him a pre-recorded video, also invited to see whether he want to do a Zoom, but he will still want to see the physical unit. Right? No right, no wrong. I mean, different people have different set of priorities, I can understand. However, there are still some people who choose to buy during this period of time, right? So I would say that when the phase 2, that means actually phase 1 and CB not much difference for us agents. So phase 2, when they finally allow for physical viewing, right? I'm pretty sure, right, there will be a lot of competition. Competition in the sense whereby I will not be surprised where good units, there will be a lot of bidders. Meaning to say, those in the condo, right, we know there are some units that will be more premium lah. So that units that put out for sale, right, definitely there will be more than 2 or 3 groups express interest for it. Very high chance, because they only want to go and view physically so no choice. Then if let's say today, if let's say you are a buyer buying your own home, this is my advice. If you are very selective of which particular unit in that project you are selecting, right, I will strongly advise you to choose your unit during the phase 1 and circuit breaker periods. Phase 1 phase 1. Why? Because nobody compete with you. Nobody 跟你抢, right? 没有人跟你抢. Very little competition, you can slowly negotiate with the seller, right? Then you can slowly negotiate until the pricing that you are happy with, then you can buy. Why would you want to put yourself in the situation whereby when it open up, a lot of people going to the physical viewing, like open house again, then crowded, then you have to also be fast and see whether your offer can be accepted by the seller or not. So I'm pretty sure this situation will happen. Then if let's say you are uncertain about uh, things like, oh, I want to go there and see whether the things got spoiled and all these things or not, the Zoom viewing, which I've been conducting regularly now, the Zoom viewing, right? My opinion, sometimes it's even more detailed than normal open house. I did one. My seller is holding the camera. Then the buyer say, "Oh, can open this or not? Can open that or not? Can help me zoom in here or not? Zoom in here there or not?" So he checked even more detailed, more detailed than normal viewing. That means before the COVID-19. So I think I can only say this is up to individual lah, right? It's really up to individual. I cannot comment too much. I also don't want to be too forceful lah. But my opinion is, if let's say today, right, you are choosing a unit that is very premium one, there is like for example, this particular condo, you only want certain floor, certain facing. I will suggest you to make your decision during phase one. Because why? Because when it open up again, more people will compete with you for sure, right? Because what you are aiming for, other people also aiming, right? So unless you're talking about second floor, face rush, dustbin, yeah, that one you can wait lah, no problem lah. After the circuit breaker over, you can go there and see. Nobody will compete with you lah. I mean, just a joke but it's true lah. If let's say you are going for the premium unit of that condo, right, I would suggest don't wait lah. Can do a Zoom viewing nowadays then ask until you are very, very sure. Negotiate slowly with the buyer, with the seller, negotiate through your preferred agent, right, to help you to secure a good pricing for that particular unit that you like. I think this is even a better buying process, right? The seller also think that you are very genuine because uh, you are buying without physical viewing. The seller will also think that, wow, this person very genuine. Slowly talk to you, right? So I mean, this is my take lah. If let's say today you are a resale buyer, you are going for your home purchase, right? You are going for certain facing, certain floors, right? I would suggest you to make your decision fast during the phase one. Once phase two is open, when people come and do the house viewing and all that, then high chance that high competition really. Okay, so this is the flash estimate, right, from SRX with my handsome face, right, printed over here. Okay, so this chart is also very good because you can see how is the price movement like, okay, for the resale index. The resale index is over here. The base index base, right, is based on 2009 January. So based on that 2009 January as the base trend, right, how much our price index is moving now. Okay, as you can see, right, January 2020, February it dropped because of I think Chinese New Year, right? Likelihood. Then increase steadily again. April, we are in the lockdown, stable. May, increase 0.1 again. Can see the slope over here, right? This is the index that we're looking at. This thing will be more micro, even zoom out a bit. So you can see more or less the pricing of the private market has been holding stable. There isn't any big drop in terms of like what we are seeing during the Lehman Brothers. Over a period of 3 quarters, I think dropped close to 30%. Then when the US market, US government announced QE, quantitative easing, print money, print money like crazy. They print money like crazy. Singapore also recover like crazy. I think we are back then, if I remember correctly, I wasn't in the industry yet, but I remember correctly, our Singapore, right, is the first country in Asia, right, to rebound the fastest. And also we rebounded the sharpest, right? So now US is doing the same thing again, printing infinity. Now they announce whatever it takes, it's going to be printing infinity amount of money. So this thing is going to happen. So likelihood is that I think Singapore government will be monitoring the market to make sure that there isn't a lot of people pumping the money into the property market. Because why? Because the rationale is very, very simple. If let's say today all the money is in the bank is giving such a low interest rate. So it's like a fight between which is the better place to put your money. So recently I was watching this YouTube YouTube guy was sharing why even at negative interest rate environment, why people will still go and buy a negative bond thing. I can't remember exactly what is it. So he's saying that's why some investor go and buy negative 0.02 yield or bond. So he's saying that because there's an arbitrage or there is a market play, right, to cover, because he's going to uh, take advantage of the negative, even lower negative one, then shift up the money lah. So likewise, the money coming into Singapore, I think recently also got an article that I cover already. Non-resident savings suddenly shoot up. That means a lot of hot money is coming into Singapore. So all this money is not going to be there for long, right? After that, it's going to be somewhere. It's going to go somewhere, right? This money, likelihood going into asset class. That means income producing asset, right? Asset that give you good returns, positive returns. Where does this money goes to? Stocks, bonds, property. Where else? Businesses, right? So likelihood we are going to see the same thing happening all over again, like what we are seeing from 2010 to 2013 thereabout. If you can see, go and see what is happening back then, post Lehman Brothers crisis period, then you will understand that we are most likely, after this thing is more or less settled already, the COVID situation ready, we are most likely going through another rebound. So it's like detached from the market. Like a lot of people tell me, I say, how come the US, right, so many people unemployed, yet the stock market still can go so high up? So same thing, I was reading this article, right, by I think it was Wall Street Journal. He's saying that the government pay out money to them, right, to the ordinary folks in America, right. Some of these people, right, they take the money, right, not to buy food and basic necessity. They take the money, go and put inside stock market. So so you got cash money from the government, but instead of paying for your basic needs, right, you take the money, go and put inside stock market. Well, why do they do that? Because they want to take advantage ma. So same thing lah. So right now, our Singapore government, I think this is in the history we are seeing so much money given out by the Singapore government. I think it's record breaking. The first time I see Singapore government tap into their reserve by so much. If you have that chart, maybe you can share with me somewhere. But there is this chart to show that a lot of reserve is being tapped, taking out from the government past reserve, right, to save the economy. So likewise, I'm going to say the same thing lah. If the individuals who receive this support, right, those people who are financially strong, right, they take this money, where they're going to put to. Same thing, they will put the money, reinvest back into the stock market or the property market. So I will see. After this crisis, right, it's very true. The income inequality is going to be widened again. The rich will really become richer, and the poor will really become poorer. That is the sad reality of how the current economic system works. So if let's say you are in the position of financially advantage, then you should make use of this crisis. Right? I mean, in a smart, educated, and risk-free way lah. That means to say you also don't over leverage. I mean, take advantage within your means, but do not take excessive big bets. Big bets, right? So property is something that is very, very stable in terms of the wealth preservation, value retention. So yep. Wow, today talk too much, a bit off topic, right? So just want to share this news with you. Even though the volume dropped almost 50%, the price increased, right, as compared to last month. Same thing as well. April compared to March, the volume dropped, but the price didn't drop. The price remains stable, right? Then in terms of the CCR, up 0.9%, RCR up 1%, OCR down 2.4%. Okay, OCR is the outskirt area lah. So places like your Woodland, Tampines, Jurong. RCR is like your rest of central region area lah. The areas that are like 10 to 15 minutes to CBD and Orchard. CCR is your, uh, prime areas lah, or your core central region areas. Okay, so that's about it for today's sharing. I hope you can pick up a thing or two from today's. And if you are watching this, please help me to like, share. And if you're watching it from the YouTube channel, I'm also trying to grow my YouTube channel. Help me to click subscribe. Help me to click the like in this video. Thank you very much. Right. And like I say again, if you are my fans, my loyal supporter who've been watching video 1 till now, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, once again, if you have any questions, just feel free to type in the comments what kind of topic you want me to cover. I would be happy to share based on what I can. And also, please feel free to WhatsApp me if you have any queries about your property. If you'd like to know any more things, if you want to ask some questions, please feel free to comment or PM me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.